there, my friend. I hope that you are doing fabtabulously. So yesterday the heroic race ended and we did indeed unlock the wonderful High Cinco dragon from the event. And today I wanted to go through all of the current quests that are going on and also the ones that are coming up, because there are a lot of quests going on, and most notably we have the heroic combat quests, and we have these every single time at the end of the heroic race, but I wanted to go through them quickly for anyone that was still confused about them. We have heroic combat 1 and heroic combat 2, and now between these two events you're going to need food, you're going to need potentially gems, and you're also going to have to log in for every single one of these resets. You'll see that we've got our next battle in 4 hours and 50 minutes, for instance. But these combat quests are incredibly good, because if you make it through every single stage, you'll see that on stage 11 of Heroic Combat 2, you can get 200 bonus orbs of High Cinco, which is a really good way of getting bonus orbs. And even if you only do Heroic Combat 1, you can get 120 orbs for her there. Now, for Heroic Combat 1, it's actually not too bad, because you'll need all three of the event dragons, being Cinco, Awakened, and Dark Twins, but you'll only need about 2 million food total for these dragons to finish Heroic Combat 1, because you'll have to level up all of them based on, you know, the requirements that you can see here. And then by the end, it's not very much food at all. So if anything, if you manage to finish the race, maybe you should just at least do Heroic Combat 1, even if you're a new player. Again, it's like a couple million food max is what you'll need. Heroic Combat 2 is the difficult one, because based on these, I guess these rewards here, like we've got the Epic Dragon rewards, we've got the Legendary Dragon orbs, but it's mainly those Cinco orbs that we care about, the 200 orbs. But to be able to finish off Heroic Combat 2, you're going to need about 28 million food. You're going to have an ascended, I guess I should say it the proper way, empowered High Cinco dragon at least once, and you're going to need to have about 93 gems spare, and you're going to have to log in for all of these resets. This is the same every single time. The reason for that is because you need to have High Cinco at level 45. You'll see that you'll need 45 Cinco, level 40 Awakened, and level 40 Dark Twins, which is quite a substantial amount of food, just under 30 million basically. But I would say that getting those 200 bonus orbs is definitely worth it usually. But of course you need to have the gems spare. You need to be able to log in every 6 hours, because you'll see we've got 2 days and 3 hours left. And so we can easily work out whether we've got enough time to finish this by going every 6 hours. So let's go 6, 12, 18, 24, 6, 12, another 1 day and 18 hours, basically just under. So I'm still on pace to be able to finish off these quests, but if you're someone that doesn't log in pretty much on the dot every 6 hours, these events are going to suck for you, and you probably can't do them without gemming a lot, because you'll see the speed up costs are insane for these two events. But basically, as soon as you finish off the heroic race, what you have to do with these dragons is you have to throw them into your hatchery, actually hatch them, and then you can immediately do the quest. That's the only way that you can finish off the heroic combat quest. So that is the gist between the heroic combat quests. It's the exact same every single heroic race, so you should realistically be prepared for these at the end of every single heroic race. And the bonus of High Cinco this time is that we do also have the training quests. And this is very similar to the High Nest quests. You'll see that at the moment I've hit the max that I can do at the moment, because now the requirements require us to have an empowered High Cinco dragon. And so just like High Nest, if you want to get through all of these stages, you're going to need a very high level High Cinco dragon. By very high level, I don't know if you understand exactly what I mean. You basically need a level 61 High Cinco. So you need a fully empowered High Cinco dragon. The only way you're going to be able to achieve that, even though we've got the bonus orbs from the heroic combat quest, is going to be tons of trading. Or during an Empower Happy Hour, gemming a lot and speeding up, but that would require tons of heroic Joker orbs. So unless we get another Empower Happy Hour, for instance, that's probably not happening. You would just have to trade for all of these bonus orbs. But the bonus is that since we are going to be empowering High Cinco anyway, we can get some of these quests done, which is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. The other thing that we've got going on at the moment, as I'm sure you've already seen, are these other heroic quests. These are essentially 11th birthday celebration heroic quests, and out of these quests here, you'll see that, for instance, I've done quite a few on the High 7 one because I have the High 7 dragon, but you can only get up to stage 5 with a non-empowered heroic. But you'll see that you can get at least 15 bonus orbs just for owning the dragon, which is fine. If it's empowered at least once, you'll get a few more orbs. But then to get 200 orbs, you'll need to have them empowered at least twice. We've got tons of these quests ongoing at the moment, as you can see here. For instance, we've got one for your boy, Spooky Boy, over here. And same thing, we can see if we scroll down, you'll need a level 50 High Overlord to do his, and it's the same for all of the dragons. All of them require them to be level 50, which is Empower level 2, and then you have to actually level them up. I don't know why he's got his spooky outfit on, but, you know, so out of all of them, they're completely normal, and then there's just him with his spooky helmet on. Very strange. But either way, that is what you need to finish off these quests. But these aren't the only heroic quests that we're going to be having in all likelihood. The reason I say this is because if we check, for instance, Ditlep and a few other sites, there are links to upcoming quests that we're going to have. So, for instance, we're going to have Bell quests on the Flight, the Runner Island. We're going to have a maze coming up. But these are the heroics that are coming up soon. And so this one may be very interesting for a few players because, for instance, we've got one for High Treasure, we've got one for High Moon Empress, High Anomaly, for instance, Colony. So we've got a few of these coming up. We do also seem to have one coming up, a corrupted version of this, which is kind of scaring me. But especially with these heroic dragons, again, just owning them will get you some bonus orbs, but if they're empowered, you can actually get a substantial amount of rewards for it. So if you already have any of these dragons empowered, then good for you, because you're going to get free rewards, basically. You'll have to log in to do the quests, obviously, but aside from that, should be fine. And do remember that if you do manage to get any of the redemption dragons, if you hatch those, you can also get yourself at least, say, an extra insignia or two, because we do have those quests going on right now. But in order to finish off those quests, you'll need them fully empowered, again, like the Cinco quest, so don't get too excited with those. But, you know, with this, all of these bonus heroic quests, you can also just outright purchase the heroics along with the islands. I know that it's not appearing on my PC account right now, but you'll see that it's saying it's a birthday exclusive while their quests are on, and you can get the heroic for free and you get an island at the same time, and each of the islands have different costs. But I guess this is their way of trying to get you to, you know, purchase the extra islands, waste your money. I guess at least for this one, you'll get the bonus crystal habitat as well. Well, rainbow habitat, and you can get Mr. High 7 as well, but High 7 is one of the meh ones out of this collection. High Jod, for instance, she's over there. So I am actually currently summoning High Jod just because I had her available, and we might as well get 15 bonus orbs. But being aware of the ones that are coming up should help you to know what to summon, which one to empower if you're not already empowering them. But realistically, we also need to be empowering our High Cinco, and we will be skipping that empower with High Cinco because that's what we'll need to do. We'll need to empower her so that we can do the final heroic combat quest and get the other quest done at the same time. So there is a lot of questing going on in Dragon City right now. At least the quests themselves aren't too taxing. You just have to open it up and check if any are available, but definitely be on it with the heroic combat quests if you're doing those at the minute. But anywho skis, we also have a tower event going on, and in this tower event there is a wonderful, wonderful boy in the form of Mr. PLANPAIN. Not plantain, PLANPAIN, which interesting use of the word. But we've got this new Bell collection going on, and he is the first one in this Bell collection that is happening. And we've also got Cookie, which is the Cookie Tumor Dragon, and we've got Chocolate, which is just the Fat Dragon. But we've also got some decent rewards in this Reborn tower outside of the dragon itself, because you'll see that we have these bells, for instance. We've got ice cube bells, penguin bells, banana bells. We've also got insignias, and we've also got birthday gifts. But that's not all that we've got. We've got more insignias and we've got a birthday hamper at the top of the tower. So this is going to be a tough one to decide between, because if we check out this new Reborn Retold collection, you'll see that there is a Reborn lucky perk chest that you can get, which has breeding perks in it if you really care about them and need them. We have a flame chest, which is kind of bad. We've got pretty much a terrible selection of Joker orbs, but you do get all of them guaranteed, but it's like 10 legendary, 5 heroic from this collection. This collection here being the third one in Reborn Retold, you can get your hands on a guaranteed 50 legendary Joker orbs. So this one may be quite intriguing and one that someone might want to pick up. The next one, you can get your hands on a Phoenix perk, damage perk, health perk, 40 legendary Jokers and 20 heroic Jokers. But it's not a huge sputtering, but at least they are guaranteed rather than being RNG as to whether you get them. So some players may genuinely want to go for this collection, but it's a lot of bananas. That's 60 bananas to collect. A lot of bananas. And why they've made them bells, I don't know. But she looks beautiful in her penguin dress is all that I have to say with this beautiful penguin bell. But in order to get these, you will have to be collecting the bell items from the event. But maybe you don't want to go for the bell items. Maybe you just want to go for the birthday gifts and the birthday hampers, because of course to get the birthday hampers, you will potentially get your hands on corrupted egg. And I know a lot of people want corrupted egg. You'll also get a vampire dragon egg, and I know people want vampires as well, but will you actually be able to get 20 hampers by the end of this? I don't know. If you missed them from the previous events, probably not, but maybe you can at least get your hands on the 2-tier cake, which you're still going for, in which case you're going to need some more birthday hampers. And so, for the tower event, there is a guide out, which has actually been posted in the Dragon City Event Guides channel by Chicken. Although I will say that for tower events, you don't actually need a guide like this. I know that some people ask for it, but you don't actually need a tower event guide to know where to go. All that you need to do is know what is where in the tower event. So what I mean by that is you don't really need a guide to tell you which way to go. You just need to know what is actually in the event itself. And so when we're in this tower event, of course, we can see what's on the first floor because we can see all of them here. But you're not going to know what's on the upper floors and whether it's worth, you know, should you just go ahead and collect all of these birthday gifts and then head up to the next level, for instance. Well, it's kind of tough this time because we've got the birthday gifts here and we've got some insignias here. But if we actually check that image file and we go up, there are more insignias on your way up the tower in the green section. There is actually a birthday hamper in the second highest point of the tower, and then there's another one at the highest floor of the tower. And this means that since usually with tower events, you have to exclusively use 100% of your currency going for the tower dragon, and that's not very far from the top. Honestly speaking, you're going to have to choose whether you're going to go for the early birthday presents on the first floor or whether you're just going to go straight for these 2 birthday hampers at the top. And now the insignias at the top of the tower are on the way there, but you may get screwed over with RNG on your rolls for the insignias. But I would say that if you want to get the birthday hamper gifts, you just need to ignore everything else in this event. And you would just be using your spins and you would just make your way straight to the catapults. And make sure you're going to the up catapult, not the down catapult. I've seen people make that mistake before, but you need to be making your way to the top of the tower. That's where the birthday hampers are from that guide. And sometimes you will get screwed over with your event drops. You may get ×1 drops like 7 million times in a row. Usually you would be hoping that you can like get a 2 drop here to get one of the birthday gifts, for example. But at the same time, we could say do a 3 drop here and then maybe pick up the insignias on our way since it's quite cheap on this level. Like if we get ×1, oh, it's really gonna screw with me here, isn't it? Oh, it's like some of the worst drops we could have had, really. So yeah, we are kind of screwed over now because of the drops that we've had, but we can't really afford to waste too much currency. I am gonna do 1 off, and then if we don't make it to the insignia, I am just gonna go up the tower, I think. But this is an example of this event. This event just not being very nice to you. So this is a pure example of what can happen. On the earlier levels, it's not as bad if you get screwed over with drops like your spins, but if you do get screwed over with your spins later on, it will be much worse because the cost per level is a lot more expensive. So genuinely, you will have to make I guess an informed decision about whether you're going to skip the items and just move on to the next level, which I'm going to do it here. Even though insignias are fantastic, there are insignias further up in the level, and you know, I would rather go for the birthday hampers personally rather than screwing around with 5 insignias. So I'm skipping the rest of those birthday hampers, and we are just going to go for the blue catapult, which signals up. You don't need to know anything else about this, you just need to know that we're going up now. And that is the guide for this event. There is no other special amazing technique for this. I know that some people ask all the time, like, where's the tower guide? Where's the tower guide? We've posted one, but you really don't need it. You just need to decide which items you're actually going for in the event. I guess we'll get onto the next level quickly just to show you. And there we go, we got a lovely 3. Thank you, game, for not completely screwing me over on this level. And you'll see that now we can see more of these bell items. Thing is, you can get up to 5 banana bells for each of these, but only 1 of the ice cube bells. And we will be getting specific dragons themed around these bells. One of them being Mr. Penguin-chan, which I am looking forward to myself. Mr. Penguin-chan is very cute, and Mr. Penguin-chan is also very special, same as Mr. Chaos, but we will see him very soon. So yeah, I guess we will just go on this level as well, because we are getting quite lucky with these rolls on this level so far, but that can change very, very quickly. But I have to say, with Tower Event, even though you may think that you're doing really well, that can change very quickly, and there's no point in comparing how much currency you've spent to someone else, because the event is completely RNG. If you want me to compare it to anything, it would be kind of like Wizard's Hollow. Your actual progress in Wizard's Hollow is completely RNG. There is no super elite gamer tactic that will make you suddenly the expert at Wizard's Hollow. There is nothing you can do. Same with Tower Event. The only thing you can do with Tower Event is just not go the wrong way. And I've seen many people fail that before. Many people I've seen go to the purple/pink catapult and go down instead of up, and then wonder what has gone wrong. So I am here to tell you that the right catapult is the blue one. In case it was not clear, it's the blue one you want, not the purple one, okay? But yeah, you know, on your way through you may pick up some decent things, like we've got gem chests and things like that as well, but tower events are pretty much standard every time. You are just trying to make your way up the tower, which makes sense. It is a tower event, you're climbing the tower, right? But, you know, at the same time, if you really want to pick up one of the dragons, like, say, Cookie Dragon, you could. I don't ever recommend it in these events, because otherwise you'll only get, like, 1 dragon. But, you know, you could go for Cookie if you really wanted. I don't know why you would, but, you know, it's up to you. But anyway, we are going to keep making our way through. You'll see that this level in particular also sucks because the insignias are there. I would say if you end up landing in the middle tile and then roll a 3, you could always go over to the insignias and then make your way back over. But aside from that, you're just going to be making your way over to the catapult. You really can't afford to waste your spins very often in this event if you want to make it to the top. And we've still got quite a few levels to go before we get there. So anyway, I hope that that cleared everything up about what's going on at the moment. Also, don't forget to watch your ads for the tower event, and also don't forget that we have quests for the tower event as well. So if you want to get bonus currencies and you also want to get Mr. Bell, then you should also be doing your Magic Bell quests for this as well, which they've got 8-hour resets compared to the 6-hour resets of the Heroic Combat quest, which majorly sucks. But you can do them as well and get some bonus tower currency, which should help you in picking up some extra rewards. But anyway, good luck. I hope that you've got all the dragons ready that you need. And my High Cinco is enjoying herself and will be used for many questing battles very soon. So for now, ciao.